here with Kent and Merrill, and Kent is showing us his latest acquisition, newest acquisition. You haven't bought anything since this, have you?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, that's a yes. So we have a 1959.
I want to call it a 57.
57.
I know that it's. I believe that it's pre 1960 because it doesn't have molded headlight buckets in it, and I know
Okay.
they changed to molded headlight buckets in 1960.
And it's a LaDawri Conquest, the larger one.
Yeah.
So, all right, now Merrill is going to show Kent the secret. So Kent has said, we've asked Kent the quiz, what shape is the opening of the grill? And Kent has said, I want to say it's an oval. Now Merrill will tell him what shape it really is. So Merrill, hit it.
Well, it is. Les Dawes explained this to me. The surface here curves around, and now it turns inward, and it goes inside. So, and here now it's on the final inner portion and plays out right about here.
So that's
So it's a spiral.
a spiral. That's amazing.
Yeah, Jeff blew my mind the first time he did it because he started at the spring line below the door and had me follow the whole body line, and it wraps right into that. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So.
Have Merrill just run your finger along.
Yeah, Merrill, trace it from the start.
Doing a little video. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it starts
Springs right from the base of the body.
right here. Oh, the paint line is actually a sculpture line here.
It is. And so
So it follows all the way around and then curves into the grill that's below the headlight and then around. And the crease there is describing the change of planes.
amazing.
So it's a spiral then, not an oval.
Yeah.
And so, Ken,
Oh,
what's the
It's
power
a
point?
spiral that makes it in an oval shape.
Let me pull this air cleaner off so you get a better look there. So the entire drivetrain is 1951 Henry J.
Okay.
So this is what's called an L161 or Kaiser supersonic. So it's a 161 cubic inch Kaiser flathead 6-cylinder. It's about blinding 80 horsepower.
Yeah, supersonic. It
yeah.
lives up to the name.
That's right, absolutely. So, and what's really fun is to see the original builders weld job building this whole fan setup. He's got the engine, or he or she set the engine as far back as they could so that, to give the car better balance. And so he's got this crazy fan setup. This hasn't been started. I mean, it's only recently been started for the first time in probably 55 years.
And where did you find it?
El Paso, Texas. There was a museum down there that had the car as part of its collection.
Alan Palloy in El Paso, Texas.
Nope.
This is Alan's. I was there. Yeah, it's the same time.
Well,
Red
I
and
don't-
white with the Kaiser interior. A museum may have bought it after that.
That's
It's about 10,
probably.
15 years.
Was he?
I've got pictures of him.
How old? How old was he?
Oh, he's probably 70 or 80 now.
Okay, so what I heard,
sold
so
it as such.
Alan, so it must have been Alan's car. I didn't know who
Well,
owned
we'll
it before.
confirm at lunch. I'll sit down. I've got Alan's pictures with me, so we'll take a look. But one of the unique things about Alan's car is that this is a really cool setup, but it's anachronistic. It's a mix. In 1949, the overhead valve engine came out with Cadillac and Oldsmobile? Yeah. And so Victruses were being built with Ford flatheads initially, but then people would change over to a Chevrolet small block at 265 in 1955, 56.
Okay.
So people would be popping the flatheads out, including these, and actually putting in a V8 overhead drivetrain.
Right. I
And
know.
always
So
thought this is cool. Like,
it's
if I would have
funny.
got the car, because I've had LaDawri's before my kiss one, my inclination is to act like the guys in the mid to late 50s and pull the engine out and put a small block Chevy
Right.
3 in. but keeping it like this really keeps the heritage of the car and what the people were doing on a Henry J. non-modified original chassis, along with the engine. I don't know if they had to move the engine back.
They did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they moved the engine back.
The drive shaft is about this long.
So,
Yeah.
so why would they use? Well, why would they use the Henry J. chassis? Why did Les Dawes like this?
100-inch wheelbase.
Tell the camera.
Yeah.
You just did.
Yeah.
Good. All right, cool.
Yeah. 100-inch wheelbase and readily available
And
in
two other-
junkyards.
And two other parts: independent front suspension,
Okay.
longitudinal springs, not a buggy spring like the old Fords with just two springs going like this, but actually longitudinal springs.
Ah.
Better would be coil over in the back, but so you had a really nice setup. Sometimes they would actually lower it in the center too, the Henry J. chassis.
Okay.
But Les Dawes love the Henry J's. There are two problems with Henry J. chassis on this car. What are they?
I know one of them. The one problem is that it's narrow, and where it goes up over the rear wheels, it limits the interior space.
So when you take a Henry J. chassis, generally what they do, and I remember this is a problem with Alan's car too, he looks like he still has the Henry J. rear end on it.
It does.
And so what they would typically do is get rid of the Henry J., put a Ford 9-inch or whatever,
Got
a
it.
banjo, and then you'd have that, but how do you fix the front? The spacers.
Yeah, well, I'm fixing the whole thing with spacers.
Yeah, which is fine.
There you go.
We've done that more than one.
Whoa! Wow, spacer.
Yes, but that's a great example. That's why a lot of them just go ahead and replace the rear ends. because
Sure.
They don't want to.
Yeah.
In the 50s, they would have been designing this car to drive all the time. You're going to just have fun with it at Cars and Coffee and museums and so forth. But this is what your blue and gold LaDawri, he offered me an amazing amount of money for the blue and gold LaDawri. And so after many years of negotiation back and forth, he's taken it over. Actually, it was well at the time. This wasn't a sale. But they didn't do this, Mike, on yours because they used 10-inch wide rims on his.
Yeah, the
So
slotted
LaDawri has
mags,
10-inch
those are
wide
great.
rims. Wow.
I call it the day 2 LaDawri. Jeff didn't know what a day 2 car was,
still
so
don't
I had
know
to explain it.
What it did to
So,
spacers.
okay, so you buy a car, the second day you have it. So, you
Yeah,
go
you bet.
buy a 68 Camaro or whatever off the dealer lot. The second day you have it, you go put a Mallory ignition
yeah.
in, you get the gold
Suntan.
anodized Moroso covers, you put the big slot mags on it. It's a day 2 car. It's all stuff that's kind of like period for how it was built. So
I love it.
let's take a look.
That's it. Alan Poise we'll find out real quick. But El Paso's too coincidental.
Well, that car, it was there it was supposed to be there for 40, 50 years, and it was bought by a fellow who has a museum called the Rojo, it's like the Red Balloon, it's in Spanish, museum. And so it was part of their museum collection, and they decided to sell it, so I was able to buy it.
Well, that's very fine.
Yeah. So I've got the spacers on this side. That's why the wheels aren't,
Sucked all the way
6
in.
miles into the.
Yeah.
There's something else really cool on the motor though. Whoever built this, it was a cast iron single exhaust manifold, and he brazed a second pipe so it has a.
Oh, really?
manifold on it. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's hard to see. It's probably hard to see.
Yeah.
But it's down here. You'll see.
Especially when you're on the wrong side.
Yeah. Down here, you'll see there's 2 pipes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the guy was really interested in having a little, performing fun to drive car, but it sounded like a Jaguar when we fired it up. I couldn't believe it. It actually sounded really good. Another funny thing is he built a full tube frame. Yeah, it's got like a tube skeleton underneath the body itself.
Huh.
And it goes through the whole car,
To crawl
except for
under
the
there.
doors. And he's got all of these metal pieces, and if you look up from underneath, you can actually see he used old gas station signs and stuff.
Oh, that's great. I love it. You got to work with what you got.
That's it.
I love the interior too. It's got the waterfall console option with the buckets.
Yeah.
Looks cozy. Actually, now that I'm touching the back, man, that is
it is
not a lot of
so
padding.
that's another thing that I think is probably it's interesting. These are going to get changed for
Yeah.
sure. They have their fiberglass seats, and I think they're probably LaDawri fiberglass seats that they bought with the car.
It should have been with it. Alan had the fiberglass seats.
Oh, see,
Wow.
so that must
Don't
have been
throw them out.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it. Yeah, yeah.
Those the seats?
These are them. Yeah, they're. I mean, if you feel them, they're hard as
They're-
rocks.
yeah.
They've got fiberglass cores in them.
That's what I was thinking. 'Cause
Yeah.
you never had that was brand new interior. So
Well, it was redone. This was redone by the museum.
that's what I was looking for right now. The pictures. I have
Fantastic.
coming up on my
Oh, okay.
Well, nice buy, Kent.
Thanks.
Good job.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the club.
All right. Glad to be part of it, and I co-own this with my friend Roman, so I got to put. that
Oh,
in
okay,
there.
great.
Yeah, Roman. And
Another
I.
plastic car for Roman.
That's right.
Good.
Absolutely.
Very good. Well, thanks for showing us.
You bet.